Hey Guru Nation, how's it going? Hope everything is going as good as it possibly can. Hope you and your family and loved ones are being safe and cautious during this pandemic we're going through. So I wanted to do a video because right now there's a lot of stimulus, there's a lot of loans, a lot of assistance loans. The CARES Act, C-A-R-E-S Act, basically lots of tax provisions for small businesses, for sole proprietors. You can be a single business, and it could be kind of confusing. So there's actually, I'm going to make this really simple for you, okay? And I'm going to have the links to both things that I'm talking about underneath this video. So the first thing is the SBA assistance loan. There's an advance, okay? So there are SBA loans right now. Some of the aspects are forgiven, and I'm going to go through some of the details. And then there is an advance loan. So if you need the money quickly, like in 3 days, you need to apply for the advance loan. The advance loan is up to $10,000 that you can get. Small businesses, I think sole proprietors are qualified for this as well. Actually, I don't think, I know they are. So the thing with this $10,000 advance thing is it's all forgivable. They send it to you right away. They ask for your checking account and your routing number. The problem is there's only like $500 billion worth of this until it's gone. And I know that sounds like a lot of money, but when all these businesses are applying and you give 10 grand advance to every single one, it's kind of like first come, first serve. So you probably want to do that first. I'll have the link to the SBA Economic Injury Disaster Loan Application, and I have the streamlined process right here. This is the one that's most important, so it's first come, first serve. They basically ask your business information, the business owners, so if you have more than one owner, you need to put everyone's social and place of birth and date of birth, and then just a little extra information, and then that's it, like a brief summary of what your company does. It took me like 7 minutes to do this. I did this for a few of my companies, one of my wife's companies, and then Chris, who's my business partner, did it for the rest of our businesses. That's the advance, okay? That's probably the one where it's first come, first served. It's forgivable, so they basically you don't have to pay that back. It's a grant, not a loan. Now, and that's considered an advance to the SBA Disaster Assistance Loan, which basically are guaranteed 100% by the SBA, so no personal guarantees or collateral required, must be taken out between February 15th and June 30th of 2020, may be forgiven for amounts used to cover basic operating expenses such as payroll costs, rent and mortgage, and utilities for up to 2 months from the loan origination date, okay? And then it has a maximum maturity rate of 10% and 4% for the part that's not forgiven. So again, the first 2 months, they really want you to try to keep your employees. And by the way, if you're a sole proprietor, you are the employee. Keep all those basic expenses covered. Okay, this process, I've done this as well. Takes a little more forms to fill out. It's a little harder. It's obviously more than just $10,000. Okay, they basically calculate based on the number of employees you have, which includes independent contractors, and it includes yourself, and then a few other factors like total sales for the last year, and then basically somebody from the SBA is going to call you first, and then somebody from the bank who is working with the SBA is going to ask you to fill out different papers. So that's more like kind of like refinancing a house. Like they're going to do a thorough look at your tax returns, your income statement, your assets, your liabilities, all that stuff, okay? The advance is much easier to get, but that's a grant that's going to run out, so you should do that probably now. Both of these links are in the video description. There's a lot of, also, in addition to these SBA grants, there is something that I learned recently, and it's unemployment insurance, at least in California, but I think other states are doing this too. Unemployment insurance is going to cover self-employed people. So you can, if one of your clinics, if you own a clinic and your studies are on hold, you can actually qualify for unemployment through a self-employed unemployment. Again, every state's going to be different. Check with yours. Mine is California, which is like usually the most stringent against businesses, and even they are doing it. So I imagine in most states this is going to be a possibility. So there's actually three things here. Okay, there is the SBA Economic Injury Disaster Advance Loan, which is a grant. It's not a loan. It's an advance to your SBA loan. So do that first, then do the SBA loan, and then if you need to, whether you're probably even if you are a self-employed independent contractor, freelancer, CRA, consultant, whatever it is, you qualify for all these things as well. In addition to possibly looking into unemployment insurance, which I think they will pay you for, at least in California, they pay you for 3 months for the unemployment insurance. So there's a lot of things going on. I'll have links to all of this in the video description because this is very important, and it's very important that you act quickly, especially for that advance loan before it's gone. Because once it's gone, and then it's just a regular SBA loans, which is kind of a longer process, takes a little bit more time. The advance loan is meant to be quick. Hey, you need cash, here's 10 grand, boom. You know, hopefully it's enough to cover for like a month until the regular SBA loans kick in. So good luck with all this, Guru Nation. The research industry is going to be extremely busy this year. Once things start getting back to any semblance of normalcy, it's going to be extremely busy. All the sponsors and CROs are in startup mode, so they're gathering feasibility surveys, they're interviewing CRAs, sites are interviewing coordinators, they're hiring, okay? A lot of the people that are getting hired are not officially hired yet. They're just given a letter of employment, but they're not officially hired until they can figure out where these things, what coronavirus impact is going to be in the next month, 2 months, 3 months. Okay, so this is where the unemployment insurance might be beneficial to you. But once the industry gets going, it's going to get going big time. I think the stock market's going to rebound big time. And I think we're in for a very good Q3 and Q4 in this clinical research industry. And I know if you apply for this advance and the SBA loans, and if you need to, the unemployment insurance, even for self-employed, you should be okay until things pick up again. So wanted to give you these resources first, and check out the links in the video description. And good luck to everybody. Stay well. Talk to you later.